It is day one of the wild card series. We have 4 games today. It all begins at 1. It's noon Eastern time around my way, but we're mostly going to focus on two particular games as well as give our predictions. Jason, let's start off with the Yankees and Red Sox. Wild card series, the last time these two teams faced was in the 2021 AL wild card, which Garrett Cole got bombed. But
I don't
but
remember that. Oh yeah,
it,
yeah. I think yes, I do remember now. Yeah, it happens.
and that was in Fenway. This time it's gonna be Yankee Stadium
Stadium. Yeah.
because they have the upper hand. But this is gonna be an interesting matchup. I do think that both teams. I feel like the Red Sox equals to the Yankees. I feel like the Red Sox would have had a much more advantage had Roman Anthony would have been available
Right.
because
He's hurt.
he is a big difference maker. But this series can go many different ways, but I feel that from a managing standpoint, Alex Cora has the advantage because I just think he's a better manager than Aaron Boone, especially when it comes to the postseason. So, and then there's that question about Aaron Judge. Is he finally gonna step up? And obviously he has problems with Garrett Rochet, who's a very good pitcher.
Well, he's
So
well,
my
yep. Yeah, I
so
was gonna
my
say he's one of the
question,
top pitchers. Yep.
yeah, so what do you think? What is your prediction for the series? Who do you think who do you think from each side from the Red Sox and the Yankees is that one player that you think that will break out, that will surprise people, or take it from there?
Well, yeah. So again, Yankees Red Sox. It's a classic matchup. Two big rivals. We're gonna have a great pitching matchup. You have Fried versus Crochet, right? I'm saying his name right, right? In my opinion, he's the difference maker for the Red Sox. The Yankees have more firepower in the lineup, in my opinion. And like you said, is Aaron Judge going to come through? He hasn't been terrible. I think some of it is because the Yankees didn't have a complete success with him winning the World Series with him yet. So he's always going to have to answer those critics until he hits consistently. But like for me, a breakout play would be Story and Bregman for the Red Sox. They both have something to prove. I think that Story's having a big year offensively, a pretty big year. I think he'll be the difference maker. And for the Yankees, I think that it's you know Bellinger and Ben Rice. Their keys when they hit, the Yankees win. And the Yankees are a home run hitting team, and for the most part, power team. And I don't know if we're going to see that against Crochet, but their bullpen isn't as strong as the Yankees, even though the Yankees bullpen has been, so-so average this year. But I'm going to pick the Yankees in 3 games.
Trevor Story hasn't been in the postseason since 2018 when he was with the Rockies. Bregman, we know he has championship experience with Houston, even though
Right.
recently he's been struggling. But he's gonna be have to be someone that's gonna have to answer the bell. I mean, they chose this guy over Rafael Devers, so he has to
Right.
show up in this
Right.
series. It's just flat out amazing how sports works and how unexpected things happen. We never would have thought that Aroldis Chapman would have been arguably the best closer in baseball this season, the way he's been performing, especially at this
Correct.
stage of his career. And
Correct.
he's 36, 37 years old. So it's just I mean, it's the Red Sox and also any former Yankee goes anywhere and kills. So it's not surprising me in that aspect. As for the Yankees, yes, Bellinger does have to step up.
I mean, he's
I
had a
don't
good
trust their
year.
bullpen.
He's had a
Yeah,
good
he's
year,
had a good
Bell.
year. I don't trust the Yankees bullpen, but
Yeah.
let's see what happens. The starters, yeah, they do have starters, but again, regular season, October, totally different
Right.
seasons.
Right. You got to be the hot team.
When
But the
you,
Yankees
when
are the
you,
hot team coming into the playoffs, right? They have won
yeah,
the last.
yeah, but at the same time, look at the teams that they had to beat, down the stretch.
Right.
So
Well, they
when
did
it,
what
when
they
it
had to
comes to
do, though.
huh?
That's what you have to do. You have to. They did beat the teams that they had to beat to make the playoffs, and they gave the Blue Jays a scare for the division title too. So they played well.
Yeah, but I'm saying like when you go head to head against guys like the Red Sox and the Blue Jays, they're like, if you, we still have to see. I
Right.
will
No,
be,
no.
I mean, I'm a little slightly disappointed that the Astros shockingly got eliminated. They're not going to the postseason for the first time since 2016 because
Yes.
I'm a guy that I want them to go through these hardcore teams that has given them problems for years.
Right, right.
But you know, I say okay. If the Yankees can beat the Red Sox, okay, check it off. And if they can go on a deep run to the World Series and somehow beat the Dodgers in the World Series, then I'll let it slide.
Right,
But
right.
isn't that gonna be? I mean, what I like about this as a Yankee fan, what I like about this is that it's not gonna be an easy ride for them because first you have the Red Sox, and then the Division Series you're gonna go up against the Blue Jays if you
Blue
beat the Red
Jays.
Sox.
Right,
So that's not
right.
gonna be an easy task.
No, no, not at all.
So.
Not at all.
Um, but who do I think will win this series? Oh boy.
And we have to also add that pitching in game two for the Yankees is going to be Rondon. So he's another top pitcher for the Yankees too. So he's going to give the Red Sox fits too.
Uh, who do I think will win? I'm gonna be realistic. I'm gonna say the Sox in 3 games.
Oh, all right. Well, let me write this down. Hold on.
And I want this and I want to be wrong,
All
to
right.
be honest with you. I
No, no,
want to be wrong. But I gotta be realistic. I'm not a super biased fanatic. I'm just not that guy. So it's just the Yankees, yes, they're a home run team. But as I got older, Jason, as much as fun and cool home runs are, I like seeing teams that put the ball in play. And I want to see that from the Yankees in this series. Yes, it's Yankee Stadium, and you know, our parents and grandparents could hit it out the ballpark, but still, I want them to put the ball in play in this series. And against Garrett will be a very good start to do that because, he's handful. But I do think I have a deep feeling that whoever wins the series, I feel like it's going to be a good series, in my opinion. I just don't
no
see a
doubt.
lopsided. I don't see a lopsided whatsoever. So lineups are intriguing. The Red Sox have a lot of talent. They have speed. They have the lineup. They have pitching. I just feel that the one thing that the Sox has over the Yankees is the managing standpoint. Even though I do think that managing and coaching is overrated to a certain extent, but from a managing standpoint, in this time of the season, Alex Cora or Aaron Boone in this instance. But other than
So,
that, I feel like these two teams, they are equal.
so what are you worried about? Aaron Boone's like bullpen decisions, like who's going to go to in the later in the game, or are you worried about the lineup? Like what's going to be the starting line? Is that what you're worried about?
It not so much the lineup is more about he tends to overmanages when it comes to the bullpen.
I could see that. Okay.
Historically in the postseason, we've seen that he tends to overmanage. So
Well, we'll see.
the
You know,
one the best talent that Aaron Boone has is that he likes to argue. He fights for his players. I'll give him that.
no, that's
You
true.
know, he has a talent in that, so I'll give him that. Um, but I just feel that when things get tight, when you got to make pivotal decisions, I don't trust him in this time of the season when it comes to that. So until he proves me otherwise, then I'm gonna stay by that. But like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I hope the
Yeah,
Yankees win the series. The fan in me wants them to see them win, especially against the Red Sox.
of
But
course.
if I'm gonna be honest but if I gotta be honest with you, given everything that I'm saying, I'm gonna go with the Sox in 3 games, and I don't see a sweep whatsoever. It's a 3 game series. It's short.
Right.
Anything can happen.
Right.
But honestly, this has been, for me, in my opinion, the most, for me, is the most excited Red Sox Yankee playoff series since 2004 that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, no, I mean it's going to be a good series. It'll be a good 3 games, 2 or 3 games, regardless of who wins. Like that'll be for certain. Like
Yeah. And that game will be at 6 tonight. So, and I'll make
Yes.
sure that I'll put this out way before that.
Okay.
So the other series that I want to, touch on because a lot of us, especially me, I look at it as a series that's a David versus Goliath. But in a three-game series, again, anything can happen. And that series that I'm talking about is Cincinnati Reds versus the Dodgers. The Reds, they've been a team that they struggle offensively all year long.
Right.
I like their starting pitching though. I
Right.
like their starting pitching.
That's their strength.
That's the biggest strength, right? So, but in a three-game series, anything can happen.
That's
The
true.
Dodgers, their pitchers, they're coming back at the right time, but their bullpen, there is a little skepticism there. But
Yeah, Tanner
this is
Scott
a,
has not been good for them. He's not been good. Like
yeah,
they thought he was going to be a shutdown closer. He's been nothing of the sort. He has a high ERA. A lot of Dodger fans are down on him. I know that.
the Reds, this is their first postseason appearance since 2020, but this has been their first, I should say, like a playoff round since like 2013 or something like that. Or 2013 has been a long time. And this is the first time that these two teams are going to face in the postseason since 1995, which was 30 years
Wow.
ago.
What?
And in
Yep.
that series, the Cincinnati Reds, they swept the Dodgers. Barry Larkin was the MVP that year. And the Reds had an amazing defense that particular season. They had Benito Santiago and catcher, Barry Larkin, Ron
Wow.
Gant, Reggie Sanders. I mean, and David Wells, which was shocking. I found out recently he was the one of the starters in that
I don't even.
team.
I don't even remember
So
that. Yeah. I don't even remember that either. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a while ago
yeah,
now.
yeah. And I like their jerseys that year. Particularly, I like their jerseys and their hats. So, but yeah, it's been 30 years since these two teams last met in the postseason. And again, we get it. Dodgers, reigning World Series champs, totally favorites in the series. But because of the three-game series, it's all about who gets hot at the right time.
No, that's true. And they have De La Cruz, they have Gavin Lux to hit, but like the Reds' strength is their pitching, their starting pitching, and their relief pitching and closer has been good. So that could worry the Dodgers. They have a lead. The Reds, maybe they could sit on the lead and upset the Dodgers. But I have to see that to believe it because I'm gonna pick the Dodgers.
As a guy that's been covering Cincinnati all season, I'm gonna go with the Dodgers as well. In this one, I'm gonna give Cincinnati respect. Winning, Dodgers will win it in 3 games. But again, I'm not gonna sleep Cincinnati on it. And a lot of people they pay attention to Cincinnati getting hot at the right time. So I hope Cincinnati wins. Part of me wants I want to see something different, but I'm gonna go with the Dodgers on this one.
And I can also add that the Dodgers would have beat the Mets too in 2 games too. So even if the Mets would have made the wild card, the Mets would have went out in 2 games, in my opinion too. So you can add that to the predictions.
I'm very happy. I'm happy to be honest with you with the Cincinnati franchise, especially Terry Francona, who's one of the best managers in the
Oh
game.
yeah, oh yeah.
The fact that he went to the postseason his first year, which it didn't look like it was going to be a possibility, it's a reality. So um, that's one manager that I'll definitely will trust in October.
Well, we didn't think
And
the
I'm,
Mets
and
were going to
I'm,
play 17 games under 500 baseball from the middle of June either, so that helped out a lot. But that's what happens. That's how baseball works.
yeah, yeah, crazy stuff. Um, yeah. So moving on, last subject, Malik Nabers, as we know it, went down, torn ACL. And then you even had in yesterday's game, times where receiver Tyreek Hill also went down with a knee injury.
Right. He dislocated
So
his knee. Yep.
yeah, but with the Giants, you had all this excitement with Jackson Dart. Um, from a passing standpoint, he wasn't impressive. It was more with his legs, his
Right.
enthusiasm. That's what really carried. That's where the biggest strength of him of this game. Cam Scatterwood, I love that guy. I watched him last year, Arizona State. I have a good feeling about him. Cam Scatterwood and Jackson Dart in the future going ahead for this Giants team. So
Yes.
I just hope that they stay healthy and they produce.
Right.
But the
Doug got banged
Giants,
up in the game. He did get banged up in the game. I think they thought he had a concussion. He tweaked his hamstring in the game. Jackson Dart, but he was able to come back, and that was around halftime. He did come back, of course, and finish the game, and the Giants won. And he did. He had a couple of big runs on third down, which helped the Giants, hold on to the ball. The Giants defense was also really good at when they needed to be in the game.
yes, I mean, especially that interception by Lawrence. Oh man,
Yeah.
that was quite something. That was one of my favorite moments of that game.
Hey, I have a so since Malik Nabers is out for the year, unfortunately, how about Odell Beckham Jr. to the Giants? How about that, Mike? How do you like that? Those rumors go. Well, I didn't say. I'm telling you what I heard last night. You're giving me that look.
I
Was
haven't. This is news to me. I
yeah.
need to look into that. Um,
Well, they're gonna have a roster spot open because they're gonna bring up another wide receiver. It'll be we're gonna see Jalen Hyatt. We'll see maybe Jordan Humphreys. He's on their practice squad. But if you're gonna go through the free agent route, he's probably one of the better wide receivers you can get cheap to come in and possibly take some snaps. I'm just
and
throwing
that
it out
was,
there.
yeah, man. And that was the question I was going to ask you. Like, what do you think will be the next man up from the wide receiver standpoint now that the Malik Nabers will be out for at least a year or so?
Right. So
So,
Jalen Hyatt is the guy. He's been the odd man out. I think he was drafted in the second round for the Giants, and he hasn't performed well. But he'll be elevated. But then you'll have another spot open. So I know that what I've read today, the Giants have Jordan Humphreys. He's a tall wide receiver on their practice squad, so he might be the guy who gets boosted up to the main roster. But like I said, if you're going to go the free agent route, Odell Beckham Jr. is available.
it's going to be interesting. I'm not the biggest Odell Beckham Jr. fan. However, in this situation, if you need a wide receiver to fill that gap, hey,
Right.
as long as he gives us something, you know. And Jackson Dart is going to need someone so he can throw it to. So at least he will bring some better ships, a Super Bowl champion to the
Right.
roster. I definitely want to see the other guys step up. So it's gonna be interesting for the next game what the Giants are gonna do. At least they got that monkey off their back. They got their first one, and it
They
came
got to
against
win. Yep.
the Chargers. Something that a lot of us we didn't think that it would be possible. So let's see what happens. But
And
Jason,
in
hey,
defense,
go ahead.
real quick, in defense of the Chargers, they had a bunch of offensive linemen get injured. So I'm pretty sure they had three starting offensive linemen injured, including the guy that replaced the left tackle. So that was part of the reason they struggled immensely with the Giants' pass rush on third down.
I agree. I agree. Definitely with you on that one. But Jason, thank you so much. This was
No, no
great
problem.
for us to reunite and do this content.
Yeah, no worries.
Hopefully, let's see what goes down today. Hopefully, we could run it back tomorrow
Okay,
and talk more about baseball. Probably the whole week. It depends on your schedule, my schedule, and how
sure.
we both feel because you never guarantee how we're gonna feel the next day. So
Right, that's
let,
true. That's
let's hope and see what happens. But thank you once again.
no
And
problem.
as for the rest of you, I hope you guys enjoy this content and stay tuned for more because October baseball is here. October, just like April, are the two best months when it comes to sports. A lot of things have been going on. So me and Jason, hopefully we will keep you guys consistently updated on everything that's going on. So thank you for tuning in. And Jason, have a great day, man. Thank you once again.
You too. Thanks, Mike. See you soon.